wonderful. We are fortunate indeed to have as commencement speaker Dr. Mitch Rosenberg. For 3 decades, Dr. Rosenberg has guided many Fortune 500 companies to rethink, evaluate, and successfully implement a wide range of organizational solutions. Not only does he lead them to develop a successful strategic plan, but creates an organizational environment that emphasizes human capital as the most important asset to that success. Dr. Rosenberg earned his Bachelor of Science in Psychology from Ohio University, his Master's of Science in Industrial Psychology from California State University, Long Beach, and his PhD in Psychology with an emphasis on organizational behavior from Claremont Graduate University. He also studied under the illustrious Peter Drucker, the creator of modern management theory and practice. Dr. Rosenberg is uniquely qualified by his experience and wisdom to speak to the students and to the greater community. Please join me in a warm welcome for Dr. Mitch Rosenberg.
Thank you, President Burke, for your generous introduction. Wow. Wow. What an amazing day, right? Wow. First, I also want to share with President Burke in congratulating the families, friends, faculty, staff, administration, and all those who today share in this significant event. The sense of pride that each of you must feel is incredible. And your contributions and support of these graduates right here deserve grateful appreciation. So I salute you. And now, to the class of 2013. You did it! You did it! And today, right now is a moment. It is a moment in your life of great accomplishment. It is an achievement that you will have and look back on for the rest of your life. And nobody can take that away from you. Today is also one of those special times that should be valued and cherished and not taken for granted. Today is both an end and a beginning. It is the end of your academic path, and it is the beginning of your professional journey. This journey will represent numerous opportunities, and I'm sure this is just the start of many milestones that you will experience and that you'll celebrate. It is also a journey that will present obstacles and adversity that have to be overcome. Today, I would like to provide you with 12 words to support that journey. A perspective to guide you when dealing with those bumps in the road. To put these 12 words into context, though, I would like to share with you a story, a personal one, that I've had and that has had a profound effect on my ability to deal with adversity. About 15 years ago, I signed up for a professional conference. The keynote speaker was a thought leader in my field, and I was really excited about hearing his comments and his speech. The conference was being held in Los Angeles, and I lived in Orange County. And I know you'll find this hard to believe, but I got stuck in traffic. By the time I got to the conference, the keynote speaker had already started his remarks. There were around 1,200 folks in the audience, and they were not allowing anyone else to enter the room. I was so bummed. But I was already there, and there were some other speakers that were just about to start, so I decided to sit on another speaker with about 40 other attendees. No one seemed really that excited about being there. The speaker came on stage and started his presentation by saying, "I had the greatest job in the history of jobs. Now, I know some of you think that you have a great job, but I had the greatest job that ever was. You see, he was the guy that ran the cable car in San Francisco. And every day he would wake up and he'd put on his t-shirt and jeans. He would work outside. He knew all the local store owners. And he said he met the most amazing people from all over the world. One beautiful spring day, he was coming back from lunch on his motorcycle. And he went through the intersection of Market and Sutter. And for those of you that know San Francisco, you'll know this is a very congested intersection. And as he was going through the intersection, a laundry truck ran a red light and knocked him off his motorcycle, flipped him in the air, and he landed on his knees and broke both of his kneecaps. As the laundry truck hit the motorcycle, it flipped on its side, the gas cap popped open, and he was doused with gasoline. The motorcycle was skidding down the road, sparks were flying, some landed on him, and in a second, he was a human ball of fire. Now, this was noon on a beautiful spring day in Market and Sutter. The place was jammed, and nobody moved. One individual had the presence of mind to run across the street to a car dealership, get a fire extinguisher, ran to the middle of the street, and literally saved his life. He was rushed to San Francisco Memorial Hospital. He was induced into a coma. And he said he went through literally hundreds of operations and skin grafts and acid baths and the most painful physical therapy you could ever imagine. And each time that he went through one of those operations or one of those physical rehab processes, he said to himself, you know, it's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. And every time he went through an acid bath, he said, you know, it's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. Well, this individual was in the hospital in rehab for 28 months. So that's about, what, a little over 2 years. And when he was finally released, he was so excited, he was so pumped just to be able to go out and talk and interact with people. And so he went home that evening. The next morning he got up and he just wanted to walk around his neighborhood. Grown adults crossed the street versus walking by him. Little kids would see him and would start to cry because you see, his face was so disfigured from the fire. And so he said, you know, all I want to do is interact with people, but I guess I'm going to have to let them know who I am on the inside because clearly they're not attracted to the outside. But you know, it's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. So we decided to get public speaking lessons, and we went to Dale Carnegie.